Take a close look at this majestic opening shot, a photorealistic snow-capped peak glowing in divine golden light. Converting simple text prompts into a fully synchronized 3D video like this is our objective today. To build this 8-scene sequence, you only need two main tools: a cloud-based AI video generator and a standard multi-track video editing platform. If you just start typing isolated prompts into a greener, you will burn hours on disjointed, unusable clips. By following a strict step-by-step pipeline, you ensure every single render locks together perfectly. The first step is solving the problem of style drift. Left to their own devices, AI models will constantly shift lighting, facial features, and overall aesthetics between scenes. To override this variance, we create a master style prompt string. This string contains our non-negotiable visual anchors. We specify cinematic Ultra HD 3D and a realistic Indian mythology style to lock in the exact look we need. Here is how you apply it. You take that exact string and paste it at the end of the prompt for all 8 individual scenes. By treating this suffix as an unchangeable mathematical constant, the AI is forced to maintain the same golden-hued, cohesive aesthetic across the entire project. Now we move to the generation phase. To get accurate mythological environments, we have to ground the AI with specific real-world references. For our first scene, we transition from the cosmic universe to a physical location. We reference Mount Kailash, specifically its distinct striated snow-capped peak, as our visual base. Scene 3 requires an entirely different approach. We prompt for a split-screen visual, placing the energy of creation on one side and the destructive forces of the universe on the other. By Scene 6, we bring the visual scale back down to Earth. We use the historical architecture of the Varanasi Ghats, resting right along the edge of the water, as our specific environmental reference. Within that environment, we meticulously detail the foreground action. We specifically prompt for the Ganga Aarti ceremony, making sure to mention the multi-tiered brass oil lamps held by the devotees. To ground the immense scale of these mythological figures, we incorporate familiar elements. We include Nandi, the sacred bull, using detailed stone carvings as our primary reference model. When we reach Scene 8, there is a major failure point to avoid. Do not prompt the AI to generate the Hindi text Om Namah Shivaya in the sky. Current AI video generators struggle with precise typography, especially non-Latin scripts. Separating the complex environmental rendering from the text generation is a mandatory rule to keep your output clean. With our raw clips generated, we move to the nonlinear editing phase. We drop these video files onto our timeline directly above the primary audio track. 8 distinct video blocks must lock in to designated vertical waveform markers. We trim block 1 to terminate exactly at the 15-second mark as vocals begin. For clip 5, we speed ramp the block, stretching it to snap between the 115 and 135 markers. Anchoring every visual edit to these specific audio timestamps turns a folder of isolated AI generations into a cohesive, emotional narrative. Now we handle that empty sky we intentionally left blank in Scene 8. We use a 3D text generator built natively within our editing software to render the exact Sanskrit phrase. We overlay this crisp, glowing golden typography directly onto the empty space. To tie everything together, we apply a single adjustment layer, casting a unifying golden aura, covering any remaining visual discrepancies. Our 8-scene sequence has now completed the generation, synchronization, and final polish phases. For the final export, you need to match your target platform. Render at a 16:9 aspect ratio for standard displays, or crop it to 9:16 for short-form vertical feeds. Here is the final synchronized result: a continuous cinematic camera rotation around our dancing figure, timed to the lightning and the rhythm of the track. By mastering this strict step-by-step pipeline, you have the exact framework needed to visualize and distribute complex narratives entirely on your own.